In this Minecraft world, I'm taking a slow approach. Each episode, I unlock a new resource. I start at leather armor and stone tools, gradually working my way up the ladder. However, if I die, I have to downgrade all my tools. The objectives I have for episode 1 are to build the best starter base Minecraft has seen, get full leather armor, a full set of stone tools, and ideally obtain an entire chainmail armor set by the end of this episode. But now it's time to find a spot for my base. Cue the montage. After successfully completing my first objective, I then continued to find a location for my base, which, no joke, took 4 fucking hours, but eventually I managed to find the ideal spot. After a long day of adventuring the day before, I woke up and immediately got to work on my base. I started doing the normal Minecraft things like collecting resources, building an animal pen, and setting up a temporary base. I wanted to get started on my permanent base straight away, so I delved into the caves and started collecting everything I needed. The base is going to be predominantly made out of stone and all its variants, so on the shopping list is mainly diorite and andesite, but I'll be needing more stone types for the details like granite, tuff, deep slate and more. I also need a ton of copper for the base, because that's what I'll be using for the roof. After I collected an adequate number of materials, I began laying the foundation for the base. I added these blobs of granite on the walls just to give an aged look, because it looked really boring, and I honestly liked how it turned out. I decided to bend rules a bit and get myself iron for an axe and pickaxe just to make my life a bit easier. Because at the end of the day, it's my video and my concept, so I can do whatever I want. I finished the first tower, but for this build I want at least 2 towers on either side, as you can see here with this expert level drawing, so I got back to work collecting resources and continued to build. I was making great progress with building the base until tragedy struck.
Don't let me leave, Murph. Don't let me leave, Murph. No! 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 No!
20 minutes later.
After I finished the roof for one of the towers, I didn't want to show me building the same thing again, so I moved on to finishing up both towers, adding details before moving on to the main building. I'm using this build I found on Pinterest as my reference. I want the majority of this main building to be made of diorite, with the roof being made of either wood or granite. I'm also going to add andesite and calcite, the andesite probably being below here all along the bottom, and the calcite either here or on the roof. But let's get started. I want to add these big mosaic style windows on each side of the building, but for that I'm going to need to collect a ton of ink sacs, red and yellow flowers, along with bones for white dye. I finally finished most of the main base, which I had been working on for 4 days. I immediately got started on the final addition, the roof, but I'm sure you don't want to see another time lapse, so I'll just rush through it. After completing the outside of the roof, I wanted to build a telescope to complete the observatory look. The telescope will be pointing out of the slit I made in the roof. I then proceeded to do the stupidest thing I've ever done in my 9 years of playing this game. Oh, don't tell me there's a... So, I'm dead. Not my proudest moment, but in the clip you can hear me place my water bucket. That's because the floor is made of slabs. I would have survived if I had just crouched. Anyways, after that little mishap, I got back to work on the telescope. Oh wait, nope. I died again. Okay, now I can finally finish this build. And with that, the base is finally done. I was supposed to go on an entire third act of the video where I build a house for all the villagers I need and get chainmail armor and such, but as I was doing it I found out that armorers only sell 1 piece per villager, so I have to do that shit in the next episode. Also, I died for a 5th time to a fucking pillager.
Fucking hell, man, I'm finished.
Since I died 5 times this episode, at the beginning of the next episode I'm going to build 5 graves representing each time I died. I will do this at the beginning of each episode depending on if I died the day before. And as per the rules, next episode I will have no armor and work towards chainmail. Anyways, that's enough from me for now. I'll see you next time.